Hey guys, Scott Miller here. I'm gonna just go through how I do kefir every 2 days. There's 2 stages in kefir, 2 days, then into the second, and then bottle it. So today we have the nylon strainer that keeps the grains from going into the water that we drink. We have a plastic spoon that doesn't hurt the grains when you stir the sucanat into it. A funnel to put the finished product into our bottles. This here is just easier to pour than the jars itself. I have this little thing for the airtight things from the bottles to set in so I don't lose the water and I don't have to replace the airtight water in the container. I just set that. A bowl works just as good. And then I have the sucanat sweetener, which I'll show you. This is what I use. It's a product from Walnut Creek Foods. I buy it in Fairmont, West Virginia, or in Holmes County, Ohio. But that's what I use to feed my grains. A raw cane sugar works, but I just prefer the sucanat. So I'm gonna go through this process kind of quickly. First I have the batch that's been, so this is batch number 1 with the grains in it. This is batch 2, or after the second round, and this is ready to bottle. So I'm gonna pour that into here and then into the jars. And this time, just for fun, I put a few apples in. You don't have to do that, obviously, but blueberries or apples can be a fun touch. So I'm just gonna take this, first I'm gonna stir it just a little bit to get the invisible grains moving, and then pour the finished product as much as I can into this pitcher. A little bit left there, and actually I'm just going to pour it from the bottle into here to finish that. These are 3-liter bottles that I got on Amazon, made in Italy. Airtight tops that come from Picklet. So then I'll finish off this bottle. You have to be careful, the foam sometimes when it hits the oxygen wants to come up and come out. So just be careful on that. Move to the next one, let the bubbles settle down a little bit. Fill these bottles. I use the flip top bottles. It's easy to keep the tops with it. I do have one kombucha bottle there, you can see, that I bought at the store. I use those on occasion. It's easy to get a little bit out throughout the day if you want just a little bit. You can just pop the bottle open and use it, or these small ones are really cool too. These especially, you have to be careful, they fill up really fast. Which I may have overflowed there, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go into this kombucha one. So you notice I'm a little bit shy of 3 liters here, and that's because the grains take up space in the first stage. And so even if you were to fill that all the way to the top, you wouldn't, that first one, you wouldn't get the full 3 liters because the grains take space and you take the grains out. So that's that. Finish with the funnel. So then I take the one, this has been in for 2 days. I take these, see down there, those are the active grains. I'm way too high right now. I have a friend that wants some of the grains, so I haven't thrown them out. You can see the grains floating in there, back and forth. It's kind of fun. They're kind of like pets on the kitchen sink. So I just take this bottle and pour it through this strainer and into the next bottle. And your grains will come out there and into the strainer. And I just go, some people get bigger strainers, and so they can just kind of pour everything out and let them strain for a few minutes. I usually just do that. Stop it like that and take these grains. Like I said, I have way too much right now, but take these, carefully put them back in there. Done with that. Now I get sucanat, the sweetener. I'll put a 1/4 cup into this second batch. quarter cup. Now watch this reaction when I pour the sukuna in. It's kind of, if it was thirsty for more sugar or hungry for more sugar, and as soon as that hits, it reacts. So then the grains of the first batch, I put 3/4 cup into those grains just like that. And this one, if you want to sweeten it, just put a little grape juice in. I have some grape juice that I did. Grape juice concentrate works just as good, but this is from our grapevines in Grantsville, Maryland when we lived there. So I'll just put a little bit of that in just to sweeten it, or to give it flavor rather. It's not really much sweet in there. Grape juice concentrate works good. I just put maybe about 1/5 of those in on a size this big. Just depends how sweet or how flavored you want it. Stir it up, get the sukuna mixed around a little bit. So this one's done for 2 days. You close the bottle, put your airtight thing in, and the water is still where it stays tight. That one's done. This one, all you have to do is put water up to its shoulder, somewhere up into here. And then after that's in, you stir it up a little bit, close it, put the airtight thing in for 2 days, and that is the process of doing kefir. God bless you real good.